Hello everyone, and welcome to A Kinda Crafty Kenzie. Today I have some Shabby Chic Easter and spring decor. You guys seem to be loving it, so I'm giving you some more, so let's go. So we are first going to start off with this simple egg wall decor piece from the Dollar Tree. I just went ahead and removed the tag and filled in that hole with my Elmer's wood filler, and then I always just sand off the excess. We are going to use a plaster and a celery paints for this project, both by Waverly, both chalk paints, both my favorites. Then I just went ahead and gave this egg one really good coat of the plaster. As you can see, I do have a good bit of paint on there. I wanted complete full coverage, but I wasn't worried about doing 2 coats, and you will see why here in a second. So I did not let the plaster dry, and then I came in with some celery and just went over top of the plaster. And you might be saying, well, what are you doing? You will see. I wanted this piece to be super dimensional and like have a lot of definition and be very texturized. And you will see what I'm talking about here very, very soon. So again, I just went over it with that celery. Then I took another brush and then I just kind of did like the up and down like stamping method with my plaster all over the top of the celery that I just painted. I did not let any of the paints dry in between, you guys. I wanted all of these paints to mix and mesh in together. You guys have probably seen this done before. My grandma used to do this. Actually, she did this on an indoor like sun porch, all 4 walls with a sponge. Bless her heart. Yeah, she was super crafty and super patient apparently. I don't know if I could do that. But I just did that with this little egg over top of took the plaster over top of the celery and then came back in and did the celery over top of the plaster. You guys see what I'm doing here. And as you can see, it's making like a very speckled, but it's very texturized because your paint isn't smooth. You know what I mean? We're just like stamping it down. And yeah, I really love the way this came out. And I thought this was perfect for what I had in mind for the Shabby Chic egg. So as you guys can see, I just went back and forth between the celery and the plaster paint. I did use 2 different brushes because I did not want the colors to blend on the brush. When I stamped my brush down, I wanted the color I was using to be very prominent and bold. And then after I was satisfied with the way it looked, I went ahead and hit it with the heat gun. I wasn't worried about any cracking or anything, obviously, because it was already really textured and you weren't going to tell. So now I'm going to go ahead and add some shelves to this little egg sign. So these little blocks are something that my husband actually had in his wood stash that he gave me a long time ago. I've used them at Christmas. I've used them at Valentine's Day. I've used them a lot. I'm almost out of them, but he can cut me more really whatever, I don't know if that's a word, but you guys can use tumbling tower blocks and just piece them together. Then I took some of this white nautical rope from the Dollar Tree. I've had this for quite a while. I hear that it's kind of hard to find now, so I don't know if it was like a special back around like before Christmas. I'm not really sure, but I don't use this a whole lot, so I do have a good bit of it. And I just made a handle on my sign now because once I put the shelves on, you're not going to be able to lay it flat. Then as you can see, I just took some more of these adorable little glass jars that you get from the Dollar Tree. I'm obsessed with these. I've used these in other DIYs you guys have probably seen, especially Shabby Chic ones or like tier tray ones. And I just love how tiny they are and how perfect they work for these little projects. So I just painted one in the ballet slipper and I painted one on plaster. And then I do have another one that I left clear. And now to apply my little shelves to my egg, I'm just using a ruler. Not because I'm worried about if it's lined up, but I don't want my ruler or my little, shelf to like go downhill. So to keep it straight where I was gluing it, that's what I use my ruler for. Then I just use my little spatula to remove any of the excess glue that kind of like oozed out. So as you can see, I just added 3 shelves because I originally wanted to do 4, but 4 would not fit. So now I'm just going to go ahead and place my jars down where I thought they were really pretty. And then I'm just going to go ahead and start decorating this. This did take a little bit of time. This was a little bit of a process, because I kept going back and forth on what I wanted to place where and the sizes of things and what exactly I wanted to use. So as you can see, I definitely wanted to use these 3 little floral jars. And even after adding a little bit of like the floral along like the bottom of the jar, I still thought it looked kind of naked. So I went ahead and added in another set of shelves to make like 3 longer rectangular shelves now, as you can see. And all of my florals that I'm using here, you guys, are from Walmart or Dollar Tree. You probably recognize them. That purple one on the bottom right is actually the lavender from Walmart. Now this little basket is from Christmas Ornament. You guys probably saw them around Christmas time. They were in sets of 3. They were in white and this beige color. I grabbed them up because I thought they looked like little baby tobacco baskets, and I think that is super rustic and super farmhouse, and I absolutely love these. So I just removed all of the Christmas stuff from them, obviously, and then went ahead and gave this a good coat of the white chalk paint, because now it kind of looks like it's distressed. You know what I mean? Just painting over that brown. And then I just went ahead and attached it to my little shelf. I did the best I could to get good angles while I do this, you guys, but it was a little difficult because it was like hard to get in there with my hands so you could still see, but you can see what I'm doing. I'm just adding little pieces of things here and there. I added one of those little styrofoam eggs that I painted in the ballet slipper, and then I just added some of this moss here and there. I thought it was really cute, and it definitely kind of spruced it up. I was afraid that it was going to be too much green because a lot of the egg is green, but I think it turned out perfect, and it gave it that little bit of like Eastery touch with like that little grass or moss. Now these wood rounds are actually from my backyard. My husband actually cuts branches and stuff like this for me, but you can get these at craft stores, and I think on Amazon I've heard, and I think some people have even seen similar ones like this at their Dollar Tree. I have not, but I live in the woods, so these work. Then I just decided to brace my little bunny. I'm making a bunny, by the way. Brace my little bunny together with this little piece of popsicle stick so that he wouldn't like fall apart. Now I needed to do his ears, and I was like, how am I going to do this? So I took a little twig and I just cut it, so I was happy with the size. And then I just simply ran the edge of the twig on a piece of sandpaper to give it like a pointed edge. I think it looks like a bunny with like, those are like his little bunny feet and like, you know what I mean? But my daughter asked me why my snowman had ears, so I don't know, but I think it looks like a bunny. But I wanted it to be rusticy and shabby chic, and I don't know, I just thought this was perfect to bring in some nature. I love bringing in natural things like this on my projects. Now, it was really difficult to get the little guy to stick to that wood like shelf, so I went ahead and added some of this moss, and then he stuck right to it. Then I added a letter that I got from the Dollar Tree, just painted it, and there you go. If you are new to my channel today, I just wanted to take a second and introduce myself. Hello and welcome. My name is Mackenzie, aka Kenzie, and I am so glad that you are here today. If you love everything to do with DIYing and crafting, upcycling, turning trash to treasure, and some shopping hauls, then you are in the right place. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn your notification bell on. You can also find me over on Instagram and on Facebook. All the links are in the description boxes and in my bio. Don't worry guys, you're gonna see that egg again at the end. I did not get any footage of it after I made it, but now on to DIY number 2. We are going to use this leftover stretched canvas frame from the Dollar Tree. I didn't remove the canvas off of this. I think one of my girls had it and tore the canvas off. We have these a lot in our home, so these are really easy to come by around here. But I just gave it a coat of the cashew. I always want to say chestnut. I don't know why. Cashew chalk paint. It's like the wrong nut. But anyways, cashew chalk paint. And I really love this color for Easter. It's nice and warm, and it goes really, really nice with like ballet slipper and even the celery, which I'm loving. Then I took some of this chicken wire ribbon. I believe this came from Hobby Lobby. I think, you guys, it was either Hobby Lobby or Joann Fabrics. I'm not 100% sure. I think both places have it though, but as you can see, it is not very wide at all. So I did have to piece together a bunch of pieces, and which wasn't a problem. But if you were going to use this as like a background and you wanted to look like one full piece, I don't recommend this. But when you see what I do with this, you'll see that it was okay. Now, I'm trying to use my husband's staple gun because he broke my little staple gun. And as you can see, it takes everything I have to push that down, and I still can't do it. Because I could not hold the frame, hold the wire, and then hold the staple gun down all at one time. So I was really on the struggle bus with this. I was missing, and I was trying so hard. I have gotten a more petite staple gun since this, but for this project, I did have to call in reinforcements. And finally, I said, you know what? You just go ahead. You broke my staple gun, so you can go ahead and staple my chicken wire to this frame. So I have to give the hubby a little bit of credit. Well, I always have to give the hubby a little bit of credit because he seems to always have a hand in my projects in one way or another. Well, after he got all the chicken wire attached, I did have to go in where that last piece hung over the edge and trim it. I don't remember what these are called. I get a lot of questions about these. I will put them in my description box below exactly what they're called. I don't know. I think there's some kind of like wire cutter or some kind of shear. I don't know. But anyways, I cut wood and, as you can see, wire with them. Then I just pounded in any of the little staples that were still sticking up from the frame. Now this jar came from the Dollar Tree back at like Christmas and winter time. I was so excited to see two of them. This was like towards Valentine's Day when I finally found these. And I only grabbed, there were only two that I could grab, or I would grab more, because I absolutely love mason jar things. I have so much mason jar decor in my home. It's like definitely one of my collection pieces. And it doesn't have to be authentic mason jar. I just love a jar like this. So if you guys have seen any from the Dollar Tree, let me know, because I'm always in the market for these. I absolutely love mason jar stuff. So anyways, I was going like a little rant with y'all, but anyways, now you know a little bit more about me. So with the chicken wire, I painted the jar celery, as you can see, and now I am distressing it with some sandpaper. I let my jar dry on its own because I see that if you use like a heat gun on glass, it will crack it and bubble it, and I don't like that look. So I do let them air dry. So for the chicken wire, I just went over it with white chalk paint because I wanted that wire to be really prominent looking, and you can see how much prettier it looks. I love it. So to attach my jar to my frame, I knew was going to be a little tricky because, as you can see, it is quite large, and I wanted it to have like a little shelf to rest on. So I did not intend to hang this. I knew that I was going to put it on a shelf. It's actually on a ladder stand that hangs on my wall. But I did incorporate the frame itself to kind of support the jar. As you can see, I just hot glued the edge down like that. There we go, like a little support shelf. And then I went ahead and on the back and just went glue happy. As you can see, I tied that nautical rope on the back, and I am going to trim that down and secure it down with some hot glue as well. Definitely use some E6000. I don't really remember why I didn't use it. I know this project took 2 days. And I honestly cannot tell you why I did not use E6000 on this. I think because I knew it wasn't going to really be sitting anywhere where it could get broke. So I figured it would be fine. And for, video purposes, I wanted to move this along. But as you can see, I just went a little glue happy, extra reinforcement. And then using my handy dandy little Dollar Tree makeup spatula, because my little fingers can't take the burns anymore. Now I'm just going to use some lavender from a pick from Walmart. I'm surprised I like this, you guys, because I'm not a huge purple lover, but I really did love this. I saw it on YouTube a lot, and I was like, if I find it, I'm so going to incorporate it. So I did. And as you can see, I just put them in there until I was happy with the way they looked and the height of them. I wanted them to kind of stagger around, so I really liked the way they look. Then I took some of this ribbon. This could be Dollar Tree, you guys. I don't know if it is or if it's from my Amazon stash that I got months and months and months ago. I think like back in September when I first started crafting. But anyways, either or. And I just used this to make a pretty little shabby chic looking bow. I just singed it in the middle with some twine and then attached it to my jar. And this guy is all done. Don't forget to let me know in the comments what you think about this planter jar and what y'all think about the eggshell. Our last project today, we are going to use one of these Dollar Tree little wire baskets. I've actually had this for a really long time. My girls had it in their room and then they decided they didn't want it anymore. So I thought, oh, okay, I will DIY something with it. So this is perfect. I thought this was a perfect basket to make a beautiful Shabby Chic Easter basket out of. And that's exactly what we're going to do. So I went over that white with some of the burnt umber. And I know what you guys are going to say. You're going to say, Mackenzie, your basket was already white, and then you proceeded to paint it colors and then put white on it. But guys, there's always a method to my madness. Just wait. So I put some burnt umber on it, and then I went ahead with some of that elephant chalk paint. And then I went back in with some white chalk paint. I don't know why I do what I do, but I just think it looks better if it's painted by me. No, honestly, I did not want the shiny plastic look. So that's why I obviously covered it brown and then went back over it with these other colors. And that's not even white, that's plaster. So anyways, so yeah, that's why I did what I did, because I want it to look rustic and rusted and, you know, just aged. I don't want it to look like a pretty shiny little basket. So that's why I did what I did here. So anyways, after that was done and nice and dry, I don't know why I did this step, you guys, but I left it in here for the video purposes, but I used some of this burlap that I got from Joann's, and I just cut a hunk off of it and just placed it in the bottom of the basket. Again, I don't know why. Then to save a lot of time, I painted a whole bunch of the styrofoam eggs from the Dollar Tree, the large ones, as you can see. I think they come in a pack of 6, right guys? 6, I think. And I definitely used 2 packs. I had 3 of each color, so I actually used, maybe they come in larger, I can't remember. But anyways, that's what I used, the styrofoam Easter eggs from the Dollar Tree. And I did 3 of the ballet, I did 3 of the agave, and 3 of the plaster, and 3 of the celery. So quite a few eggs. As you can see, I just went with whatever I thought was cute. I got all kinds of pretty ribbon out that I thought would match everything. And I just, you know, made some twine bows and used some stuff from Amazon that I had and just went crazy. And you guys, I will show you a clip of what all the eggs look like here in a little bit. So don't worry, you're not going to miss anything. But I did decorate each and every one of the eggs differently. But, you know, to save us all some time, I didn't show it. And then I'm just doing a messy crisscross bow here. I'm loving that for the Shabby Chic look. I just took a bunch of these really pretty colors and a bunch of these ribbons that mostly came from the Dollar Tree, guys. And then I just simply cinched them together in the middle, tied them. Now, when I tied them with my jute twine on the back, I left a good bit of twine hang on purpose because I'm going to actually, my handle wouldn't stay up. So this is how I actually, you see what's happening. Sometimes words escape me, or sometimes I think my mind goes faster than my mouth can go. I don't know. But I weave my twine through, and then I tied my little bow to my basket. And then there was a little spot where it was kind of flappy, so I did glue it down a little bit. But this bow could be easily popped off if you want to change your color scheme or something. But so anyways, then I have this big hunk of burlap. And this is like real burlap, guys. This came from my aunt in a craft stash she wasn't using anymore. So she was kind enough to give it to me. So I went ahead and thought that this would be adorable to fill this basket with some burlap because 1, my eggs needed a booster, and 2, I did not want to use the grass. And I think that's why I put burlap on the bottom, because I thought the Easter grass would fall through. Well, obviously it would fall through everywhere because the whole thing has holes in it. But anyways. So as you can see, now I'm placing all my little eggs in the basket. Oh, isn't that like a metaphor? I don't know. But so anyways, I put all my little eggs in the basket, and of course my OCD kicked in, so none of the colors could touch. So I had to like arrange them a certain way. Yes, it's a sickness, I know, and I need medicated. But anyways, here is what it looks like all put together. How adorable. And then here is an up-close version, an up-close view of my little Shabby Chic eggs. Now, you could place these in the basket if you want, or you could put these throughout your home, tier trays, shelves, wherever. But as you can see, each little egg has its own like little decor. Some have buttons, some have pearls, some have bows. I just think they're adorable. And I am so excited with how these turned out. These did take a little while to make, but they are so worth it. When I think Shabby Chic Easter, But bam, there you have it. Anyways, you guys, here comes the final reveal on all of today's DIYs. Thank you guys so much for coming along with me today while I created these 3 Shabby Chic Spring and Easter DIY pieces. I had so much fun making these. I am seriously loving Shabby Chic, you guys, and it is all your fault. No, I'm kidding. I absolutely love that you suggested for me to make some Shabby Chic stuff because it is definitely making its way into my everyday decor style for sure. So I'm like a farmhouse / Shabby Chic kind of girl. I love it. But let me know which project was your favorite down in the comments. I always love to know. I can't decide, but if I had to pick, I would say the mason jar planter just because I can use it all year long. I can just switch out the floral, and you guys know I love mason jar style. But everything is really cute, at least I think so, but I could be biased. But let me know what you like. Also, if you're still with me, go ahead and drop a heart emoji down in the comments. That way I know that you are awesome and you hung out with me through the whole thing, and I appreciate you so much, and I will definitely show you some love. And if you like this, give it a big thumbs up because it really does help my channel grow. And also, if you're not already subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and turn your notification bell on because it is so fun here. Anyways, guys, I'll see you later. Bye.